Hi guys. Okay, it's Monday and I've had a really good Monday morning. As you can see on the screen here, this is a trade I took this morning. And look at that, a nice little £303.60 profit. And all done and dusted by 8:15 in the morning. Can't beat that, can you? And it was such a simple trade as well. And that was me done for the day, nice little £300 profit. But I'll show you how easy it was to do. In fact, anybody could have done this trade. Okay, I had a little bit of help. Which I will show you. So, as I've mentioned on previous videos, I don't tend not to trade news reports, okay? When economic news reports come out, the currency pairs that are affected by these news reports can get very volatile. But there is a story behind what happened on my particular trade here, and it's with the Euro USD. But first of all, let's start at the beginning. Let's go to the forexfactory.com, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a free resource. Just go there to forex.com and it'll tell you what economic news reports are coming out, what currencies they affect. So, for example, we've got the dates down here. You can set it up for weekly, and you can set up the currencies here, and you can set up to see which reports you want to see, whether it be high impact, medium impact, or low impact. So, currencies down here, what the reports are, and these boxes here, as I said, you've got medium, high, and low. The red ones are the really high impact reports. In other words, they're really going to highly affect the currency pair that you're trading. So, for example, here, this is what we're looking at Monday morning today. We've got high impact expected. Put your mouse over there. It's high impact. Yellow ones, low impact. And I think we've got orange ones. Yeah, there's an orange one, which is medium impact. So it's really these reds you really got to look at. And as I say, you don't really need to know what the report is. So if I click on this folder here for the French flash, get my teeth in, French flash manufacturing PMI, you'll see here it say level of a diffusion index based on survey purchasing managers in the manufacturing industry. See, I've put you to sleep already. I mean, it's just crazy. The only thing you need to know is just go straight down to the effect, so the usual effect. So here it says actual greater than forecast is good for currency, okay? And then you've got three lots of figures here. You've got what happened previously, which you don't really need to worry about. That's all in the past. Look at the forecast. This is the important thing. It had to be greater than the forecast. Come in so the forecast is 44.3, and it's coming at 44. That means this isn't good for the currency. If it was greater than that, it'd be good for the currency, and the currency would increase in value, but it hasn't. And here, French flash services, yet again, you don't need to know what it is. Click on the folder. It says level of division. Don't need to know all that, just need to know the usual effect. Yet again, it's actual and greater, which you'll find is on most of these reports, you need actual and greater. 53, it's coming at 48.3, so that's not good. And then we go on to the German, same category of results here, flash manufacturing, flash services, yet again, Germany uses the euro, so it's going to be affected. 51.1 came in at 50.6, 45.7, 44.8. And then you go on to the medium impact ones, which you don't really need to know about. So that all affects the euro. So what that means is if trading the euro against US dollar, euro is going to go down. And then later on, we have same category of results, flash manufacturing, flash services, for the pound. So it's not going to affect the euro US so much. It's going to affect the pound in the US. I haven't said that they are correlated pairs, but it's primarily going to affect the pound against the US dollar. Now, London breakout strategy, I will trade either the euro against US dollar or the pound against US dollar. And it swings and roundabouts as to which one I'll actually trade. But I'll explain to you why I went with the euro US this morning in a second. But here you see the pound here, look, 52.3, flash manufacturing, came at 51.5. Flash services, 53.5, came at 52.8. So that means, the pound isn't going to increase. It's probably going to decrease its value, certainly in the short term, against the dollar. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the charts and I'll explain to you exactly what happened. So here is the Euro USD. Simply London breakout strategy here in the UK. It's the breakout from the Asian session. So I've drawn this box in here. This is, by the way, Euro USD chart, 5-minute candlesticks. So each of these candlesticks 5 minutes of trading. Some traders will use 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's all down to preference. I use 5 minutes. And I draw this box, you see, with the Asian session, which runs from midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning. Very narrow range as it normally is. I wait for a full 5-minute candlestick to come out before I then trade. So if I've gone out the top, I would have gone long. Here I've gone short. And as you can see, the first candlestick came out, and I sold at 1148.9. Now I'm spread trading here in the UK, so instead of lots, it's £12 per pip. And what I do is I set the trade for a limit. Now a limit is the profit I want to take, so when it hits 20 pips, the trade will automatically close. I also have a trading stop of 15 pips, okay? So essentially, in this scenario, it's £12 a pip. I'm looking 20 pips to get £240, and I've got the trading stop here of 15 pips, okay? So that's basically, I'm risking £180, okay, to get 240. Simple as that, okay? Now, what happened was here, so I opened it here and it started to go down. And it went down really quickly. But then I realised, look, we've got the news reports coming out. Okay, it's a bit greyed out now because it's already happened. But the news report was coming out at 8:15. Okay, and bear in mind I took the trade at 8:05. Also, I've also said to you that I don't trade news reports because they're too volatile, too difficult to predict. But what happened here was, I think I must need glasses. I thought this was 9:15 a.m. Okay, and that's another reason why I went with the Euro US, because as I say, pound and US and the Euro US, they're correlated pairs, and the pound was going down as well pretty quick. But I thought I'll go with the Euro US because it might obviously, get some profit. The trade might close off before it starts the news reports, which I thought was 9:15, and the same with 9:30 for the pound. That wasn't the case. But if we go back to the chart, on the chart here, the Euro US, as I say, this was coming down really steep. Time we got to here, it was speeding. I mean, my trading stop would be moved. And as you can see here, 8:15, bear in mind I opened it at, what was it? It was, it was 8:06, did I say? Yeah, 8:06 I opened it. And you see in 9 minutes, automatically closed at 1123.6, 25.3 pips times 12, £303.60 profit. Now, what happened was that I got the extra pips because, as I said, the market was moving so quickly. This came down, shooting down. And you can see it's gone down even more. Where I closed at 11123, we're going down to 11084. So it's another 20, 34. Yeah, it's almost doubled. But you can't time it. It could have gone complete back up the other way if the news reports, economic news reports, have been different and the forecasts have been great, or would have been greater than the forecast. It would have gone straight back up again. So you can never time the exact. You never get the whole chunk of the move. But as I say, normally I don't watch it. I set it and leave it. But I didn't have a chance to even leave it because it just come down so quickly and closed off. And basically that's known as slippage. So when the broker can't guarantee a fast-moving market like that, then it swings and roundabouts, because if you had a stop and they couldn't close it off at your stop, you might lose slightly more than you expected. That hardly ever happens, to be honest. But I think this is the best result I've had as regards a limit profit. Instead of getting 240, you get £303.60. And ironically, that is more or less the same amount that I'm paying for my little break, because I'm running a half marathon on Sunday, and then I'm going for a little few nights away for a break to recover, and that's costing me £306. So this 9 minute trade alone, £303.60, has practically paid for that little break. So a nice little £300, as I say, in the morning before most people even started work. So I didn't do any more trading today because I don't need to. I'm not being greedy. £303, that's the quickest £300 I've made. To make it in 9 minutes like that. And anybody can trade this. Such a simple trade to do. And we can look at the pound US as well. And you see the pound US. There's the pound US. There's the Euro US. You see they're practically symmetrical. And that's because they're correlated pairs, which means they move in the same direction. So if you had a trade on the pound US and a trade on the Euro US at the same time, you could almost double your profits, or you could double your losses. It's that's why you've got to be careful when you're trading different currency pairs. Are they correlated or not? Because then you're either you're exposing yourself to potential more losses if that's the case. So, but I always look at both to see. And sometimes I'll go with the Euro US, sometimes I go with the pound US. I do take into many factors as well, as regards. Normally it's just a case of which one moves first, But I check on them both because they're both good indicators to rely on. So as you see here, if you'd gone out here, and it's exactly the same time actually as the Euro US 805, and that's gone out at 13,286, and we come all the way down to 13,248. So you've got about exactly the same as the US, about 40 pips, about double the amount. So I could have gone with the pound US. I didn't go with the pound US because it's moving even quicker than Euro US, and obviously I was worried about putting my stop, or should I say, not just the stop, but just getting in quick enough. Because obviously, if you don't get in quick enough and it had gone the other way, then it would soon break out and hit my stop even quicker. So I just couldn't catch it quick enough. The pound US, it was moving, I say, moving quicker than the euro. So I went with the Euro US. I managed to get in there as quick as I could, but yeah, I've never seen it go down so quickly. But yeah, it was nice to get that £300 just in 9 minutes this morning. And as you can see, very simple trade to do, very easy to do, and yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Such a simple trade. So I've had a really good Monday. If you want to see how I do these trades, I mean, as I say, anybody can do these trades. And if you look at my other videos, you'll see many more trades like this. I mean, they don't always win. If you've seen my other videos, I show you as well the losses as well as the wins, because it's important to be realistic with you guys. But it is a simple strategy to do. And there's the proof. Quick £300 in 9 minutes this morning. I mean, you can't beat that. So yeah, if you want to see how I do it, pop along to Running Trader, and I'll see you there.